As many as 1,500 women plan to storm the Shani Shingnapur temple in Ahmednagar district of Maharashtra today. The women outfit has left Pune and are headed towards the temple in buses. Activists from the Run Ragini Bhumata Brigade and Maharashtra's local administration are at loggerheads over the gender barrier at the Shani Shingnapur temple in Ahmednagar. The sacred shrine in the temple has been out of bounds for women as per century-old tradition. The women's group, headed by activist Trupti Desai, has decided to stage an extravagant procession today by offering worship to Lord Shani at the sacred platform. Okay, these are live pictures coming in from Ahmednagar, where the bus full of women activists has now reached very close to that temple. Now remember, Trupti Desai as well as an entire group of people, about 1,500 women, wanted to storm inside the temple and try to break this tradition, a 400-year-old tradition of not allowing women to go close to the sanctum sanctorum. There seems to be some commotion taking place there at Ahmednagar. There is police deployment. Some lady constables have also been deployed. Let's listen into what is happening in Ahmednagar. A massive police force that has been deployed over there. They are not allowing these women, physically not allowing these women from entering this temple. Now remember, this has become a huge rallying point for women across the state of Maharashtra. And we can see Trupti Desai, the head of this entire movement of an organization called Run Ragini Bhumata Brigade. She is there jostling with the police at this moment. We've got Kamlesh Sutar joining us on the phone line. Kamlesh, what's happening at this moment?
What we are learning is that the police have stopped their vehicles somewhere near the boundary of Ahmednagar district.
So they haven't reached the temple, is it?
No, they haven't reached the temple. The vehicles carrying the protesters have been stopped near Supa. That's what we are learning. We are yet to gather these are initial reports that are coming in, but we're still waiting for more details whether they will be detained or will be asked to go back on what grounds they are being detained. We're yet to figure out, but what they're learning basically to prevent any untoward situation that could happen inside the temple. As a preventive measure, the police have stopped them. Initially, the police, what they're learning, was requesting them to not to come to the village and so that the atmosphere here would be clear. There could be possible law and order situations, since the villagers are also angered over the fact that somebody will be trying to break their century-old tradition here. So that would perhaps lead to confrontation between these two groups, and the police request them to refrain from any agitation at this point in time.
So, Kamlesh, this pretty much means that the police is trying to physically stop these people from going to the temple, which effectively means that the order that has been given to the Maharashtra police, which reports to the Maharashtra government, is that do not allow these women from entering into the sanctum sanctorum.
See, Sanket, we've been telling this viewers since this morning that the situation here is a bit tense because the villagers who have gathered in large numbers say that it is against their religious beliefs and they will not allow anybody to play or fiddle with their religious beliefs. It's their tradition. It has been going on there for last few centuries, more than last 8 centuries.
No, who has said this? Is this the police saying this or the temple trust?
We spoke to the police this morning, and the cops said that their primary duty is to stop any untowardly incident, any situation that could perhaps lead to a law and order situation, be it from the villagers' side or the protesters' side. They'll have to contain any situation, anybody any situation that came from either of these ends, that would be dealt strictly with. We have been reporting this since yesterday. The police administration had taken a press conference here. Since then, they have been saying that their primary duty is to maintain the law and order situation at the Shani Shingnapur temple. It's a pilgrim center. Thousands of pilgrims come to Shani Shingnapur temple, and the peace here, the peace of these areas should not be hampered. It should not be any law and order situation. People should not take law into their own hands. Primarily the police have stopped them. They'll ask them not to protect or not to enter the temple, but they cannot legally we cannot stop them from coming to the temple. It's up to the protesters now whether they'll proceed from the place where they stopped or if the police detain them citing any law and order situation.
How many women have been stopped there at the Ahmednagar district border, and how many police personnel have been deployed?
Around 5 to 6 buses had left from Pune. That's what our correspondent Pankaj Kelkar has been following that convoy of vehicles of the women who are protesting there. He's been giving that figure. So there could be roughly around 400 to 500 protesters who were trying to march towards the Shani Shingnapur temple. The police machinery was in place on the border. The exact number of policemen there is not known, but there could be possibly for policemen deployed sufficient numbers to deal with the situation in case there is a need.
What is the police saying, Kamlesh? What will they do if these protesters refuse to back down or refuse to go back? Suppose if they decide to proceed, what is the police going to do?
See, technically, they cannot stop them from entering the temple premises by any means. But in case so there were initial reports that were coming in that the police might impose under Section 144 in the temple area, but that hasn't happened. What the cops can do is they can ask them to peacefully enter the temple in case the protesters do not budge. They might form batch of 2 or 3 women and might allow them to enter the temple. Since entry into the temple is not prohibited, it's only the area, the platform, the holy platform or the Chabutara as we call here at the Shani Shingnapur temple, will not allow them to go on that platform to offer prayers. So that possibly could happen, but that's just a possibility. There are several plans that are in place, which the police obviously will not share, but still they say that they have deployed enough security to avoid any untoward incident inside the temple or even outside the temple.
What's the possibility, Kamlesh, of Trupti as well as some of the women who have come from Pune from taking a helicopter? Because I believe there was some report that she will be airdropped inside the temple compound.
No, for any sort of landing here, you require the district administration permission, and that has been outrightly denied yesterday itself. So there's no question of any helicopter landing close to the temple premises. It's a huge temple. The premises is very huge, and the area adjacent to the temple is surrounded by many flower shops and prasad and sweet shops that generally are present in and around a temple, and there are passengers hardly any open space. It is exactly close. So in and around the radius of 1 or 2 kilometers, there is hardly any possibility of airdropping somebody. So in case he has to come to the temple, they'll have to go through the security tiers that have been deployed here since yesterday. So primarily the permission being denied for any helicopter landing here, the question of airdropping somebody into the temple doesn't arise. So the police administration, in case Trupti Desai and her team want to enter, they'll have to enter to the route that is followed by every other devotee here. You have to enter from the exit that is meant for a devotee, and you can enter the temple. But since there is, as I said, there are security arrangements here, and even the villagers who have gathered in large numbers, women who have gathered in large numbers, most of them who have interviewed, they are standing outside the gate of the temple. They perhaps could react to them entering into the temple, and that is exactly what the police machinery does not want. The confrontation between the villagers and the protesters, that is what they will try to contain.
Kamlesh, do stay on with us as we stay with these pictures that you can see on your screen right now. This is the main road that leads into Ahmednagar town in Maharashtra. These women have been in about 4 or 5 buses. They have in fact been moving from Pune to Ahmednagar, and now they have been stopped by the district administration on the outskirts of Ahmednagar town. They have not been allowed to enter the city, let alone the temple. What we can see right now, that is the leader of all these protesters. She seems to be moving. There is some jostling that is happening at this moment. We can see in those pictures. Trupti Desai, the head of this organization of 1,500 women who wanted to go inside the temple, the Ran Ragini Bhumata Brigade, 1,500 women. We saw that she tried to break away from the security cordon and tried to physically go inside the city. She wanted to walk inside the city. That has not been allowed, and there is a bit of a confrontation, an altercation that is happening at this moment between the police forces as well as all these women. It'll be interesting to see what the police does next. At this moment, they're physically being stopped from entering the city. Kamlesh is still on the phone line. Kamlesh, at this moment, what we can see in these pictures is that Trupti Desai, the head of this Run Ragini Bhumata Brigade, has in fact been physically stopped by the cops, by lady constables, from going inside the city.
Well, yes, the place where she has been stopped is around 50 to 60 kilometers from the Shani Shingnapur temple. That is ahead of the Ahmednagar city. From Ahmednagar city, you'll have to at least come 30 kilometers to reach the temple here. So since to avoid any law and order situation there, she has been stopped at the borders of Ahmednagar district itself, so that she will not be entered there. But when we spoke to some senior cops who are handling the situation, they said that they'll try to avert any situation that perhaps could lead to a law and order problem at the Shani Shingnapur temple. First, they will request them to refrain from any agitation. In case if they don't budge, then if there is a necessary action that needs to be taken, they will not hesitate in taking that action as well. So it could also mean that they perhaps could detain them. First, they'll try to request them not to enter the district, not to disturb the peace inside the city. There have been orders that have been issued by the charity commissioner earlier that there should not be any protest. They had denied request for any protest inside the temple, as it could lead to a problem. That is what the charity commissioner's letter had cited earlier. Even the district administration is on their toes. The villagers, as I said, are very not very happy with the fact that somebody is going to protest here. The village council yesterday had a meeting and they had passed a resolution saying that any such protest will not be allowed. We've been speaking to villagers, we've been speaking to the trust member, and everybody has been saying in the same voice that they will not allow any protest to happen. There has been security that has been posted not only outside the temple but also inside the temple. The place where they want to enter, the holy platform, as they say, it has been barricaded thoroughly. 3-tiered security there, policemen, along with policemen, private security of the temple also in place. So in case even if they're allowed to enter the temple city of Shani Shingnapur, it will be really difficult for them to enter. But since, as I said, the situation remains a bit tense here, as villagers are gathered in large number outside the temple. They say that they will not allow any protest. So it remains to be seen. The cops will have to diffuse any situation that perhaps could lead to a possible problem.
Kamlesh, what's happening at this moment? What is the next plan of action going to be? Because from these pictures, it's pretty clear that the police is not going to allow these women inside the town.
It's up to the protesters now. If they budge, if they don't budge, they'll be detained and will be taken to the nearest police station. That's the possibility at this point in time.
Okay. Supriya Sule joining us on the phone line. Ms. Sule, what is your response to this that is happening at this moment? Okay, the call got disconnected. We'll try connecting to Supriya Sule in just a short moment from now. We've got Nawab Malik joining us on the phone line. Mr. Malik, your reactions.
The women of Maharashtra announced that they will enter into Shani Shingnapur. Now, preventive kind of arrest has been done by the police. But there is an administrative body of Shani Shingnapur. They have to sit together and decide what to do. The controversy, confrontation is going on. So this kind of a situation is not good for the society as well as the follower of the certain religion. So it is our humble request to the committee, we must sit together and there should be something we work out of it.
No, Mr. Malik.
Yeah.
Mr. Malik, I don't think that this is an opportunity where any form of fence sitting will be appreciated, particularly by the women who are protesting over there. What is the position of your party, NCP? Are you with these women or are you with the establishment or the trust?
We are not opposing of any kind of a stand. But earlier, this kind of a situation were there in Kolhapur Mahalakshmi Mandir also. They had taken a decision. Now, ball in the court of that Shani Shingnapur trust They have to take a decision.
Okay.
Many of the temple had taken this kind of a decision, so they have to take a decision.
Okay.
And if they are demanding, the women are demanding. Many of the temple earlier they were prevented the women. Now they have taken the decision. That's why they have to sit together and take a decision.
Okay. Mr. Nawab Malik, many thanks for joining us. We've got Shaina Hensi of the Bharatiya Janata Party as well as Supriya Sule of the NCP now joining us on the phone line. I want to ask or get your reaction, Ms. Sule, first. What is the position of your political party? Are you with these women or not? Okay, we'll try going across to Supriya Sule in just a short moment. Let's get in the BJP's perspective. Shaina, the BJP is ruling in the state of Maharashtra. It is being believed that the district administration at this moment has decided that it will not allow these women to enter the town. Are we to believe that the police now is towing the line of the trust, the temple trust?
मंदिर में नहीं एंटर करने.
Okay, we seem to have some problem connecting with both the ladies, both Supriya Sule as well as Shaina Hensi. We'll go back to them in just a short moment. Pankaj Khelkar is now at the spot where this commotion has broken out. Pankaj, it's over to you.
Thank you. Over here, around 25 kilometers from Ahmednagar, the Grand Ragini Mahila Brigade, the women of these organizations have been stopped by the police. There is three-tier security, 3 human chains of women police have been made, and the women of this particular Run Ragini Brigade are not allowed to go any further. But let me tell you that the president of this organization, Tripti Desai, is adamant in saying that she is going to cross this line. But over here, all the ladies, all the women from the villages adjoining Pune as well as from Kolhapur, Sangli, they are also here, and they have just blocked the road, the highway between Pune and Ahmednagar. It's road blocked. Police are here. The detention process is on, but the Run Ragini Brigade, they are adamant that they will go and have the right. They are fighting for the right of the women, the right to equality, that women should be allowed to go on the platform and worship along with men of Shani Shingnapur shrine.
Pankaj Khelkar, many thanks for joining us, as well as Kamlesh Sutar. This is an ongoing situation right on the outskirts of Ahmednagar, about 20 kilometers from Ahmednagar, as Pankaj Khelkar is pointing out. You can see that these women have decided of the Ragini Bhumata Brigade. We'll also try to find out what organization this really is, because they've shot to fame. They've tried to raise an issue which is resonating among a lot of women in India.
EU MLA Sarfaraz Alam, along with his 2 associates, have been granted bail. However, they have been asked to cooperate with the investigation and their passports have been seized. The JDU lawmaker was...